3, Southampton 1, and Liverpool cannot be stopped. It's as simple, it's as straightforward, it's as basic as that. They are champions. The bookies have paid out. They may as well have the parade this weekend. They are unstoppable this season. They have proven that to be true. And even when they face a little bit of adversity and rotate their team, they come up trumps again today. A big win, a big second half for Darwin Núñez as well. Lucky to stay on the football pitch in some people's eyes. We'll touch on all of that during the 4Fan highlight show, but hit the like button. Make sure you are subscribing. Get the bell notification turned on as well. And I know a lot of you struggle to watch 3 o'clock games in the UK. That's why you need NordVPN. That way, you can use Setanta Sports. You haven't got to do any illegal streaming. You haven't got to use any Fire Sticks. You ain't got to go onto no dodgy websites. You simply have NordVPN. Okay? You turn your location to Ukraine or Georgia. And it's very simple. You can go and get yourself Setanta Sports. It costs around $3.99 a month. Some regions it's around $4.99 a month. Look at the sports that you get. It is brilliant. And now, depending on which country geolocation you put it in, it varies. For instance, if you want to watch La Liga, you've got to put in countries like Latvia as an example. If you want the Premier League, that's more the Ukraine. However, a legal way to stream, very, very cost efficient. Setanta Sports is available. So go and get yourselves that right. That way you can watch the games stress-free, guilt-free, no problems every single Saturday here in the UK at 3 p.m. So go and check that out now. But God, listen, I will say this now. All my group chats, and I'm in about, the Football Terrace has got 4 or 5 for different shows and different things. And it was popping off at halftime. Southampton are winning. Southampton have taken the lead. I don't know why anybody got excited. I don't know why anybody got any kind of rush of blood to their head. Well, it can't have been a rush of blood to their head, and they weren't thinking from their brain. It must have been a rush of blood somewhere else, and they were thinking out of their bollock. Because for me, it is absolutely ridiculous to think that Liverpool were going to drop points today. They are in cruise control in the Premier League. They were the superior team in the first half, although Southampton played well, countered excellently, defended very, very well also. Van Dijk just makes a mistake at the end of the first half, clashes with his goalkeeper. They took the lead against the run of play, but it was inevitable. Now, I know a lot of people are saying in the comments, Terry, was Darwin Núñez lucky? Yes, he was. And I'll tell you why. I'm going to keep the same energy. I think it isn't a kick. It is a trip. There is some aggression behind it, but it is still a cynical foul and not a piece of violent conduct. Because the studs didn't hit above the ankle, it can't be considered serious foul play, and it wasn't a kick. It was a late tackle with a little bit of venom. That's not a red card. Where I say he's lucky, if his boot connects with the wrong part of the leg in that moment, for instance, if his studs catch the leg, as an example, he may have gone off. He also could have had a bad referee today. He could have had a bad referee like Lewis Skelly did, who sends him off and VAR don't overturn it. The game could have then gone different for Liverpool. So there is an element of luck when you do what Darwin Núñez did, mainly that you have a referee and a VAR team that understand the rules of the game. But my God, didn't Darwin Núñez repay Liverpool in the second half and kind of said sorry for that moment of madness. A brilliant poacher's goal to equalize very, very early. The way it could have got precarious for Liverpool today is if it went to 60 minutes and then 70 minutes, 75, 80 minutes, and it was still 1-0. Darwin Núñez stepped up, put the ball into the back of the net, made it 1-1. A minute later, wins the penalty. Now, again, there's a little bone of contention around Liverpool's first penalty as well. And for me, look, it's one of them. It's one of them which, if the referee doesn't give it, VAR wouldn't overturn based on the referee's call and there not being a massive amount of contact. But the referee gave it. They're also not going to overturn it. There was contact. Darwin Núñez goes down, makes the most of it, and he gets the penalty. For me, if it was Man United tomorrow against Arsenal and that foul happens on young Obi in the box, I'm screaming penalty. So I'm going to keep it 100 when it comes to that today. Salah puts it away. The second penalty, I'm even seeing people criticize that. It's the most obvious handball I've seen in years. Since Willian handballed it off the line 2 seasons ago in the FA Cup against Man United, it's the most obvious I remember seeing. It was literally, he was like, wait, it was a little nudge. You know, when you're out with your mate and you might see an absolute 9 out of 10 and you're like, lads, let's go make a beeline and say hello. You know, you youngsters probably do it when you're out now. We used to do it when we were young, not now. Now it's just a few jars in the corner. But you'd be like, boys, look, right? You know what I'm saying? Oi. That's what it was on the ball. He went, oi, 100% a penalty. I don't want Liverpool to win the league. I don't want Liverpool to win the game today. But you got to call a spade. And that was a stone wall penalty. Salah puts it to bed. Done, dusted, finished, over. That's it. Simple and as straightforward as that. There was a call for Southampton to have a penalty late on. A pull from Kwanzaa. But again, I'm going to keep the same. It's a fleeting pull. And we've seen them not given all season. And if you notice, no one's talking about the review of the United Everton penalty. Because VAR has come out and said exactly what I said on the Football Terrace. There was nowhere near enough of a pull to make the player fall over. Fleeting pulls haven't been given all season. Therefore, VAR was right to get involved and overturn it. Because what the referee thought he saw was Maguire trip his leg up. Told everybody what it was because it's been the same all season. So again, I agree with that decision at the end. It wasn't a foul based on the rules, not how the game was refereed, based on the law and the rule of the game set. So a lot of people are moaning about what went Liverpool's way today. I don't think the referee made a mistake. I think they actually got the decisions spot on. Whether people like it or not, they got the decisions correct today. Because the one thing I'm advocating for, pushing for, protesting, complaining about, my agenda against VAR is give us consistency. Follow protocol and give us consistency. I'm not going to debate the law of the game every week. That's tiresome. But if you're not giving fleeting pulls today, that has to ensue for 38 games. Simple as that. So, yeah, look, I think they got it absolutely right today. Look, a few people say, no, Darwin should have got red. No, I think you're wrong. I think you're wrong as far as I'm concerned. Because his studs didn't make contact. It was the inside of his foot. It wasn't a kick. It was a late tackle with a bit of vim. The contact wasn't enough for serious foul play, and it isn't violent conduct. So therefore, it cannot be a red. As much as you wanted it to be, they made the right call based on the law of the game. And that is what I thought we were all fighting and advocating for. Jacob here says, nah, man, first penalty and Nunes should have been off. There was no intent to play the ball. But intent's never been part of the law, Jacob. Intent has never been part of the law. His intent was to foul the player. And that's what he did. He fouled him. But it wasn't a kick. The way his leg went in, it was just a tackle. We know he wasn't going for the ball. He was trying to take the player out. But there was he wasn't lunging. It wasn't excessive force, and he didn't endanger the opponent. So it cannot be serious foul play. It fit into if you do that and get sent off, that's the wrong decision. As much as he was, where Nunes was lucky is that the referee actually did his job right today, in my personal opinion. Let's have a look at some more of these comments here. There were 2 clear penalties. I agree with you. I think both of Liverpool's penalties were penalties today.